California. I'm here to share with you what we have done, in Fuzor. My background, a little bit about my background. I'm actually studied architecture before, way back when 30 years ago. I mean, I guess I'm an old man right now. But, so that time is getting a little bit boring because there's no CAD drawing and anything like that. I have to use a table to draft the things. So I went AWOL. I went to study computer science instead. So after I graduate, I went to work for Activision, Call of Duty, those things, and Electronic Arts, those games that you probably, if I name a few, you probably play some of the games I have made before. Okay, but about 8 years ago, I decided to do something different. I thought about my dad. He taught me how to draw. He taught me how to, appreciate the design around this world. So I suddenly realized I need to do something better for the humankind, right? So a bit of realization for myself. So I went back and say, you know what? Why don't I, utilize everything I have learned so far to create something never thought before is possible, right? So I invented a technology, utilize something called multi-core technology. I invented a technology called MSOSM, which is we actually have won the Switzerland Invention Convention as a gold medal, and now we actually got the patent. It's currently patent pending. It's been 18 months, so looks like it's gonna get it. So what's good about this engine is like Jeffrey mentioned, it's extra large capacity, right? So it allows you to do the work that you never thought is possible before, right? What does that do? It will load large file. It gives you smooth operation, along with the lower end machine performance. Like means that you don't need to have a water cool or nitrogen cool computers. All you need is an ultrabook, right? It will do the job for you, without you falling asleep and waiting for it to finish its render, right? So I guess I would trust my partner here, Ray, is going to do all the demonstration. But first, I'm going to tell you what we have thought through. Next, please. So this is my vision, right? I'm a gamer, but I do want to visualize something that's cool, which is a single design tool that composes everything that it does, everything else. It does designing, it does analyzing, visualizing, collaboration, and construction implementation, all in one. So you only need to learn one tools. Okay, instead you have to learn 20 or plus of 50 tools, and you all have to get example. This one here is so simple. Just imagine you play games. It's that easy. These days, game does not have menus. Okay, we do have menus, by the way, but it's up to you to read it now. So it's the first rule what I'm doing here is that it's easy to use interface. So you don't need to teach. You can actually do that, get more work done, basically. And it's been designed for multi-stakeholders, right? Architects, landscape architects, the engineers, as well as construction people. All in one, easy to use, and you can communicate with people with ease. Next, please. So this is my vision. You have a little single tool here, does everything else, does all the beam practices and stuff. And really, the operation takes about seconds or minutes, depends on what you do, instead of days or hours, days, or weeks. Next, please. So here's my roadmap, what we currently working with our San Diego development teams, right? So first of all, you guys heard about COBIE, right? One of the construction database standard that we have been working with some company from UK to US to try to set up some sort of standard, to get the spreadsheet nicely integrated with our software. Next, we want to do the direct IFC. IFC is not easy to visualize. It's really kind of cumbersome and whatever. We try to make that easy for people. And we're going to do a more rendering improvement to get the reflective map and the shadow map, so you really have truly an immersive environment to show. And also, one of our clients asked us to say, hey, can you guys do landscape architecture, right? We say, yes, we can. We actually have over 200 species trees that is available, including the species in Hong Kong, which we customize for the Hong Kong government. We also come with that, we have season change for those trees. which is, you know, for Singaporean, you probably don't care about that. But for other people around the world, that's very important. But one thing we have done even further to that is that we actually have tree growth patterns we are currently prototyping. So when with a tree from a very young age with the sprouts all the way to full grown to the huge tree, okay, we will simulate that for you. So you can see what is the impact to your building site, right? Come with that is a challenge because as you know, you plant the trees, you know, whether it's a mid trees or whatever the full grown trees, the roots is going to cause you a problem. You know, in a way, it will actually interfere with your utility lines, right? So you want to know what is going on. So we're going to simulate the tree roots, the growth, and we're going to do the automatic clash detection for you so you can actually anticipate the problem before it actually happened, right? That's one of the things we are doing. And not only that, we're going to improve our analysis reports for all kind of things, you know, the pedestrian flow, vehicle movement, and stack counter, right? Next, please. So, with me here is the new iPad. I bought it for my gaming experience. No, not really. I'm here to show people that we can actually load a very large file that normally you cannot even load on your PC or your work, like big, excuse me, big, you know, workstations. So what we're going to be able to do is that we're going to put annotation and tagging with the real-time communication with the, you know, from the field to the office. Okay, so what that means is that you've carried the iPad, you're going to check your you know, your model, your building progress or FM. You can check out the you know, the part you're gonna work on. If you have problems, you can actually annotate that, and then you can actually real-time commute back to your back office should you have problems. Of course, I just mentioned large file loading capability. And with that, we also wanted to do something really cool that we can actually go between the 2D and 3D map altogether. So that way you can mark it with confidence so you can actually cross-reference with the 2Ds. Not only that, we're going to be also working with one construction company working something called indoor GPS. So wherever you go, we use the Wi-Fi signal to triangulate your position instead of the older way using IFC tagging or using the QR code. Because QR code, you have to stick a lot of places. It can fall off, it can get dirty, you may make mistakes. But with this technology, you never have to do that kind of work. It's all automatic. Next, please. So, as I talked about the construction support, we're going to be also working on the 4D and 5D animation, the construction sequence with our beautiful high-performance engine. So people would get what this would do to them, to actually help them to visualize the entire sequence. We're going to go back to that a little bit later on. So the next thing we're going to do is also we have a virtual construction site monitoring technology that allows you to monitoring the entire construction site to see the people where they are and the vehicle where they are. Is for the purpose of safety, so that people does not have problems that a single manager can't actually manage all the other people. And not only that, for the safety officer, I know the safety is very much a concern for all over the world. Not only the United States, but Hong Kong as well as Singapore. I just heard this word. This is actually a big deal in here. So we're going to allow the safety officer to using our very easy to use interface to place those railing, those safety equipment to prevent accident. Right? All by themselves. It doesn't have to go through a different channel and whatever. So all can be done. And last but not least is the high clearance. So we're going to run the automatic check through your building drawing to make sure you warn you there's any other high clearance issues to make sure that your building is actually safety is A-OK right there. Okay, next please. So when I mentioned about 4D and 5D, yes, I remanded. What you see is what you get. It's really like the bulldozer there looks like real, right? It's like a picture photo, right? That's what you get. Okay, it's not the cartoony little thing. You don't even know what that is. Sometimes it can be mistaken for anything else. With our engine, you won't be able to mistake anything. Besides, the big thing that we will be able to do is we're going to show you the night shift in a sequence. Okay, normally all this 5D or 4D animation is being done in daytime. But I understand over the world, nighttime construction is very important. So without software, you wouldn't be able to see the nighttime sequence as well. Of course, we are currently working with the construction company directly, so to address their issues and to fit their specific needs. Next, please. And as I mentioned, the virtual construction site monitoring, I like that, because that is sort of like the movie Avatar come true, right? You can see in the virtual environment with the actual people, how they move, how they actually go, and the progress. So with that, we use the RFID to track people's workers and vehicles. Not only that, we have the security camera inside our virtual environment. You can see the live video feed. You can actually see when this happens. So in case people swap their IDs, well, you can see those people are not the real people, right? The actual real people, if they cheat, that will prevent their cheatings. Okay? So all the data will be real-time streaming back to our virtual environment for the management purpose. Okay? So anyway, that's kind of my, next. Yeah, that's kind of my, a bit brief overview of what's going to happen in this year. But Ray's going to demonstrate to you what is happening now, what's available now. And of course, later on, he was going to show you that we have the iPad. It actually, we have a model here, it's over 3.4 gigs for you to actually view. And also we have the drill project here, the airport file. Yeah. It's also loadable. You guys can actually see it. Even that, I don't think anybody can do this here, but you're welcome to check it out. All right? Well, once again, thank you very much, and appreciate this.